All right, everybody, back to Bound by Flame. Now, I'm kind of digging this because, well, honestly, I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. This game is not so brutally difficult as it was initially. I guess that's with any game. There's somewhat of a learning curve, and I think we're starting to get this here. All right, let's take a look at one of the boss battles. Coming back from the Defiler, which is a boss that we found in the swamp. I did another video on that on lower difficulty. It wasn't much difference in this one, so I decided not to include it. But here, coming back to the village, we find a string of undead that we have to fight through on our way back. And then once we get here, we see that the gates are under attack by these hordes of Deadwalkers. All right, and there are two, I guess you could say, mini side quests here. There's actually three. If your elfin archer guy, one of your followers, has started a quest where he's supposed to go look for bomb or trap parts, you're supposed to somehow contact him here and show him how to set the trap. I did not figure out how to do that here. I could not find him. I saw a white map marker here, but alas, I was not able to get to him, so that is, once again, another side quest failed. I personally am going to need a guide to get all the side quests done in this game. But there are two other mini side quests here, which is defending the east and the west gates. And you'll note them by the gold arrows there. Now, one of them is through this door here, and it would be a good idea to do this one first. But I can't activate the door as long as there's an enemy present. At least in fighting distance. Probably an enemy that's aware of my presence. Let me put it that way. Because I know if there's enemies around and you're in stealth and you're not detected, then you can pick up things and activate things. But in this case, we have a few of these skeletons, and what we'll also find is a few of these banshees or ghosts or whatever they are roaming around. And we have to take care of all of them first before we can get through that door to go to the east gate. I believe it's the east gate that we're going to defend first. Alright, so find out why I can't open this door up here. Know we have an enemy somewhere. But this is a track of the side quest. Notice for some reason also showing my buddy, I think his name's Ralmar, showing him how to set the trap is not on that, but you do see a white or a silver quest marker down there bottom left of my mini map. So, or I'm sorry, bottom right. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't find it regardless. But here are these wraiths or banshees or ghosts or whatever they are. Take care of them real quick. Get them out of the picture. Not too terribly difficult. I'm convinced that the captain difficulty does not raise the defense or the HP of the enemies, at least not up to this point. They seem to be just about as hard or as easy to kill as they were on lower difficulty, but they do more damage. I can't say that. So I'm convinced that is how the game scales difficulty. It's honestly not a whole lot different, which makes me think that easy is actually still going to be kind of hard in some ways. I don't know. I haven't played it on easy, but kind of have a feeling that it may even still have some challenge to it. Anyway, I think we've got it cleared out now, so we should be able to activate this door. Get over here to defend this first gate. Yeah, there we go. Now you will notice I lean on the daggers heavily, and my reasoning for that is I like the ability to block and dodge. They don't block quite as effectively, but you can dodge. Now with the two-handed swords, you get stuck in this kicking maneuver. And I have a habit of dodging, so when I hit the back button to kick, I wind up leaving myself open for follow-up attacks, and I die more often than not. It's just not something I'm comfortable with. Notice how effective poison is in the enemies. And these guys have this projectile vomit that covers an AoE. And basically getting in range of that, and it doesn't just hit, it stays there for a second, and then when you get in range of it, it poisons you instantly and eats away at your health really fast. But even with poison resistance up, I've noticed it still eats away at your health pretty fast. So personally, I'm not going to invest my materials, my resources and stuff in poison resistance. I'd rather go for damage resistance, because the main thing is enemies two-hitting me, whether I'm poisoned or not. So I prefer physical defense over anything else. That's going to be my MO on my build. We will definitely do a video to do an in-depth discussion on builds and strategy and some things to look for in each of the skill trees. There's some synergy in the skill trees in this game, where there are things in each tree that benefit the other trees. Okay, now in my attempt to go do the side quest, I come over here, but I don't see Relmar. Now, is that him defending the gate? I don't think so. Like, maybe I should have talked to him after I finished fighting these guys here. If that's... I don't know. It doesn't matter. I missed it anyway. If anybody has any suggestions on how to get all of these side quests done, because I know it's not just all the side quests, but Relmar, there's even an achievement for doing all of Relmar's quests, and I wouldn't doubt that it has something to do with the romancing him option also. Haven't been able to romance any of the NPCs yet, but I know the option is there because there's trophies or achievements for it. But not seeing Relmar. Don't know. Maybe he's through that gate and I didn't go... I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to stop second guessing. It doesn't really matter. Too late now. But having defended the east and the west gate, all right, a good amount of XP for doing just that. All right, we get through here. Now we have this guy. This is a Deadwalker General. Now this guy, I admit, I am not familiar with his tells. And what I mean by tells is when he lets you know he's going to do an attack, whether it be a quick attack or a power attack, doesn't really seem to be much difference. All of his attacks basically one-hit you, or real close. Just a glancing blow from him will take half to three-quarters of your health.
He's probably leading the assault on Valvenor.
All of this power he animates with belongs to me.
Talking to my inner demon.
Twisted by your miserable magicians. It is time to take back what is mine by right.
If you're planning to take care of him like all the others, sounds good to me. Prince Arundel won't last long facing that kind of monster.
He is using more power than thou wilt allow me to deploy.
I can take care of myself. And here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna screw up our enemies big time. Let's go do it.
Alright, now you notice my eyes are starting to glow here. I'm deciding to side with the demon on this playthrough. I've noticed there's some benefits to that. You get some bonuses like ice resistance and extra magicka and things like that. So far, I don't know what else the demon's got to offer, but I know there are several storyline choices that you can make to side with the demon. Now look at the range on his axe. I was well out of what I would have thought was his hitbox, and he still basically took half my health with one side swipe and took the other half with the other. I don't know why I'm not dead here. Probably because of the minute bit of physical resistance I have on my armor, which is that just barely survivability that we get in Dark Souls games, right? So we see a little Dark Souls in the combat, a little Witcher, all right? We see some Fable 2 in your character as far as the choice you make, you know, whether your face will actually transform in the game where you get a completely demonic face once you've sided with the demon all the way through. I know that. I've seen that from other people's playthroughs. This guy essentially is playing with us here. He's challenging us. And this is probably a second chance he shouldn't have given us, because we're going to make him pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like a boss. B-A-W-S, boss. Now, for you that have done this fight on lower difficulties, you'll notice I'm probably not taking a whole lot more damage than you were. And like I say, I only have like 2 pieces of my armor. We'll take a look at all that, you know, how I upgrade my armor and what my strategy and tactics and thinking are. You know, let's get rid of some of these minions here before we deal with the boss. Most definitely want to get archers out of the way first, all the time, every time. Right? But yeah, you'll see that the fight is playing out pretty much the same. I mean, shoot, when I came through here on the Hawk or normal difficulty, I was still getting, you know, two-shotted by this guy. So I'm just not seeing a big increase in damage. I mean, perhaps it's their, they do some more damage. Like I say, I'm buffed a little bit on my armor, some damage resistance, and maybe I've kind of made up for a lot of the extra damage they're doing. I probably should have died right there too, honestly. But maybe they're more aggressive, use their powers more often. Don't know. We'll find that out when we get into Chapter 2, especially once we get up into the city or the keep. We'll see how aggressive they're going to be, spamming their powers and stuff, because a lot of the enemies have dark magic and ice and other things at their disposal. Here, this guy just has some brutal AoE, not just with his weapon, but with his ice attacks. And when he's doing that frosty thing right there, he can basically debuff you with a semi-frozen state from a distance. Notice I'm frozen way back here. Doesn't last terribly long, but if you're within range of his axe, it's going to slow you down enough where he can probably take you out. So be really careful about that. Now, if I had a little more stagger, we will see this also when we get to the keep, I could keep this guy off balance almost this entire fight. See, I'm doing it semi-effectively here, but not quite enough to keep him staggered the whole time, so I still need to watch out for counterattacks. But later on, I'll be just destroying these guys with my daggers, because I will put interrupt on both my blade and my hilt, or my hilt and my pommel, or whatever my daggers have to offer me. All right, and there we go. And I'm so badass, I'm gonna flip this dude over my shoulder with my sword. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my village, punk. You know. Anyway. But that's it. All right, that is the Deadwalker General on Captain Difficulty. All right, not too terribly bad. And like I said, maybe in the next video we'll take a look at leveling and character trees, the skill trees, and all that kind of good stuff. All right, till then, y'all take it easy.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. To watch some more smackdown of our enemies, click on the top box. Go to my channel playlist and browse other game vids. Click on the bottom one. And if you like my videos, mash on the subscribe button up top and leave a comment. Alright, thanks again. I'll catch you on the next one.